Okay, so we did start the car and it is running good. Actually runs a lot smoother than before. Next problem though is that we checked this. Window works perfectly fine. Dimmer switch is still not working, unfortunately. Wiper blade or wipers are working fine. Inside here, we have an issue with the blower, or at least the AC in general. When I turn it to 1, 2, or 3, I get no air, and then when I go to 4, it's all full blast. I was doing some research and it seems like it could be a couple of things. Down here is a little plug. You can access this when you have the dash in, but obviously have the dash out. There's 2 screws holding the plug in. You could drop that down, and I believe inside there's like some sort of fuse or something like that. And then I could also drop the motor by taking these couple screws out here that holds the motor and drop that down and check that out as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and do these to double check how it's going over here, see if it might be the blower. At the end of the day, I do have another blower, so I could always use that if it ends up coming to it, but let's see. Okay, so some good news. Blower motor, I pulled the little guy out. See how there's that little break? From what my understanding is, that is a solder joint. And that is a safety mechanism that basically makes it so it can't overheat and catch a fire. And as you can see here, on this one, it is not broken. And you could resolder it, but on the back it literally says, do not reuse by repair. Obviously, I don't think we should be reusing it as a repair, but we have one, which is great. This is why I keep all of my spare parts, even though I didn't think I was gonna be using this. So I could take that guy out, put it in there, and it should fix the problem. In terms of the window, I don't have a window or a motor in this one, but funny enough, as I was looking at my parts, I have a motor, and I bought a window from a scrapyard a long time ago. A little spider friend in here. Sorry. So I noticed the connections are quite corroded, so I'm gonna give that a quick sand before I go ahead and install this. Tried my best to get this as clean as I could. I did a pretty good job considering how bad it was before. Like, this thing was caked. But like, this was so bad that like even a screwdriver was not scraping it off. I found that the really easy way of doing it was wrapping sandpaper in the screwdriver and kind of going up and down really quickly, but put a lot of pressure. I didn't sand the area here, like the actual solder joint, because I didn't want to break anything, because this is the whole reason why I'm switching it, is because of that solder joint. So I just kind of left that as is. But before I go ahead and put that in, I want to go ahead and remove the blower motor. I want to try to see if I can clean it out while I'm here, and in case that is the reason why. So the blower motor was pretty good. I still just kind of gave it a quick blow just in case, as there is a little bit of grime on it, but no debris. So ready to install both the wiring and the motor and let's see if it worked. So I already tested it, but we have air. Let's go. It fixed it. Nice. I was able to find the motor, as I mentioned before, which I have installed with these 3 bolts. By the way, installing the motor with the attachment of the rail that goes here, I just put it in through here because the motor wouldn't fit the top. Now, I didn't realize I needed a second track. I thought it was all just one, but once I looked at that side, I realized. So I was also able to find the second track, which I bolted in with 1 bolt here and 1 bolt down here, 2 bolts for this track, and then 2 bolts on the bottom for this track right here. Don't even ask me the size, because these bolts are, I don't know, I just have an assortment of bolts that I kind of just threw in here. Like, this is bigger than this one, even though they're on the same thread. So I think it's just like the head is bigger on this one. I don't know, it works and I'm happy. But now we gotta put the glass pane in. I'm assuming I could just drop it in here. With this guy here, it is like not attached, and I don't know if that's because the window is not in and the window will push it or not. I kind of got it a little bit in, but it is just loose, so I'm not too sure if it's supposed to be like that or not. Okay, so I dropped the window in. Basically, there's this little bracket here, which when the window's basically this much down, you can access the holes. You got 2 here, and then you got 1 in there, that little hole there. So I got to mount these guys in. Finding these bolts were a pain in the butt in like this just jumble of like literally just like random bolts and stuff. Why is it not focusing? There we go. Oh, it's in. Let's test to see if it works. Perfecto. Oh my god. Well, I know this one works, so I can put this one down. Okay, it's a little slow. Yeah, that motor is definitely dying. Okay, that took a little while. Next one. Oh, it's caught in something. Okay, that is first mod. What is this? Was this the wire? Oh, that might be the wire. It also might just be too because, oh, I gotta put the key in. Whoa, whoa, whoa. The doors are shut. Okay, will you shut up? Oh my god. Okay, so we kind of got the window to work. It's still a little slow, again, with the same as that on that side. I found two things out. Well, one, I decided to mount these guys on both sides, and I don't know if you guys saw previously, but that door, this part here would get like stuck out, like it wouldn't snap back in. So I ended up just WD-40ing the hell out of like the mechanisms and stuff, and now it's working perfectly fine. You gotta love when like there's something that doesn't work and then WD-40 just fixes it. Well, I looked at that side and I noticed that there was some bolts in this hole and this hole, which when you look, these guys here, these little dewies, I saw these back when I was like cleaning out the car, and I was like, I don't even know what the hell that would ever be for, and I'm probably gonna throw them out. But well, funny enough, I see them on that side, and what they actually do is they're basically a little stop. So if you can kind of see down there, there's that little wheel that's attached to the window that bumps into this to make it so it doesn't go up. And you can also adjust it, like, can't really see right now, but you can kind of see on this one, there's like a little bit of a groove, so you can kind of adjust those up and down to adjust how your window sits when it's fully closed. So that's pretty cool. So I learned something new. I think time to figure out what the next thing is.